back to the Loudini Hard Rock and Metal Circus. My name is Lou Lombardi, a.k.a. Loudini, with Mr. Keith Hawkins sitting over here in the co-pilot's chair. What's up?
What is up, people? What is going on today? Lou, I'm feeling great today. I don't know about you, but I'm really, really anxious to get into this whole podcast thing today.
You are.
Because we are going to have, hopefully, some peace about most of these songs. But I think a few of these ideas we're going to have to rumble, and we're just going to get it on today. Not in that kind of way, but just another kind of way. And also, my wife just chimed in and said that, why is Lou so fancy and does he have a date? So what's up with the shirt, man?
No, I've just put a nice shirt on today because we're live on camera. So anyways, you're listening to Loudini Hard Rock and Metal Circus. My name is Lou Lombardi, as I said. You can go to LoudiniRockandRollCircus.com to catch up on all past episodes, as well as check out our sponsor, Positively Pittsburgh Live Magazine, PPLmag.com. By the way, you're listening to a band from, this came out in 1999. This is a band called Love and Ruins, featuring Rochelle Dillon on lead vocals, David Learn on drums, JT on bass, and a guy named Lou Lombardi on guitar. And so you can check that out. That is nice. So we will, if you're interested in hearing the unedited version, the whole thing, let me know. I will send it out to you guys. You can check it out. It's called Wasted from the album Whore in a New Town.
Is that what it's called?
Whore in a New Town. Woo! So yes, we thought we were being really edgy with that title. So
sometimes I feel like that when I move from like a whore in a new town.
Whore in a new town. So anyways, but guys, so check it out. We're listening to Loudini Hard Rock and Metal Circus. We have some great bands, all new. These are all new bands that we have not played on the circus before, and I mean never. Not even with when Kevin or Katie was hosting with me. Brandy new. We've got the Muggs. That's the first one. We're going to play them in a second here.
That's Detroit's.
Yeah, I think they're from the Detroit area. Yep. And we've got Martin J Andersen, or Martin Jepsen Andersen. And then we got a band with, I think this is a cool name for a band.
Motorgun. I love that. That's
Isn't
awesome.
that a cool name for like a
cool.
heavy band? So we're gonna play this band. This is gonna kick freaking butt today. But so we got some great bands, and we're gonna be getting into the topic of the remakes that a lot of people think are better. Keith and I, whatever, you think, I think, Keith thinks are better than the originals, and we're not going to agree on everything, but you know what? That's what makes the world go around, is when people have different ideas and different opinions and want to do different things. But
that's the beautiful thing about it.
It's still a beautiful thing, Keith. Do
a beautiful
thing.
It's beautiful.
Do a beautiful thing.
It's beautiful to
thing.
Agree and disagree, and have some nice peaceful fighting is what I call it.
Peaceful fighting.
Yeah.
All right, this is Martin J Andersen from his album Six String. Martin plays guitar on some of the other bands. With some of the other bands that I think we've featured here on the circus before. But this is his solo album. This is a track called Strange Dreams. This is very cool. Check this out, guys. Strange Dreams. Martin J Andersen. Check it out. guys worked with different people in the past. I don't know. What's up, Dano? What's up? And no, these do not have to be heavy metal covers or even hard rock. This is a fun kind of show, so jump in or chime in with anything you can think of that you like better than the original. So, we're going to get into it here in a second. Wow.
Just killing it.
Yeah, that is just really amazing. That is Martin J Andersen, and that is Andersen, S-E-N, not S-O-N at the end, from Denmark. And you guys got a Grooveyard record. I've been trying to promote a lot of Grooveyard artists because they're just right in line with exactly what we do here. You know, it's just like really cool stuff. But you go to grooveyardrecords.com / Martin J Andersen. This is his first solo album. He's played with some other bands. Phenomenal solo studio disc by this amazing gifted guitarist vocalist from Denmark, who's best known as prolific leader, founder of the awesome power trio Blindstone. Includes 10 tracks of outstanding, world-class, powerful, killer, retro, sonic, blues, bass, total heavy guitar excellence that lands down hard with exceptional musical brilliance. And I just thought it just kicked freaking butt. I was completely blown away by it.
I've never seen that many uses of adjectives for a version.
Exactly. So, anyways, guys, you are hanging with the Loudini Hard Rock and Metal Circus, and so with my good bro here, Mr. Keith Hawkins. So today we are talking about remakes that kicked the original in the frickin' butt. Now, I posted, I did a post on Facebook, and look at all the people that chimed in.
We are blessed to have this many people chiming in. I mean, if we can get, for me, a victory is getting one person a week, and we're surpassed that by.
I mean, oh my God! Look at the comments on this.
I mean, it's everywhere, and we love you all for your support. But
and these are people from
crazy,
like all
man.
over the freaking world.
Yeah, all over the world, man. It's awesome.
Very, very cool. We're only looking at 52 out of 74 comments. Mikey Brubaker, Bob Hunt, Ronnie, however you say that last name, Michael Lahr, Ryan Moomey, Irene Guerra, John Heston, Brad York, David Perry, Gary Lopez, Todd Kidd, Michael Johnson, Guy Walkton, Lewis Skinner, all these people, I'm like blown away. I started off with the Van Halen. Who's better? Well, what you like better?
Which version was better, the Kinks or Van Halen?
Now, before we get into it, let me say something. Because I did some research, and I know you did too. We did some research on the internet. Not once. I looked at like 10 different lists of remakes versus covers. Not once is the Van Halen thing ever mentioned. Nobody has that on their list, except for us.
What the hell's wrong with them?
And
it was the other one I'm going to bring up later, but it's just another one I didn't really see on a lot of the ones that I researched, which you would think would be glaring, but it's just kind of just, I didn't see it on a lot of lists.
Shane Story, Jack Snipe, David Castellano, or Dan Castellano, Dusty Brookshire, Christine Dahl. You guys, I mean, Bravo Delta, just like, really just kind of like, blow my mind. Patrick Bach, Shane Reimer, Fabio Rodriguez. But anyway, so a lot of people brought up, a lot of cool stuff. We started with, I just pulled the Van Halen versus the Kinks thing out just because if you're in hard rock and metal, it's like one of the like biggest remakes that ever happened. And you know what? Let me just sort of tell you my story about it. Was when I was a kid, it was absolutely the Van Halen because it has Eruption in the beginning and it's like amazing.
But
as I got older, I became more of a Kinks fan, and there's something about the raw kind of almost punk rock, garage rock version of the Kinks thing that I kind of gravitate now more to. So that can happen to people, But Van Halen did a lot of remakes. In fact, up until the album 1984, there was a cover song on every record. I don't know if you guys realize that or not. Yeah. And a couple of them were really big. Oh, Pretty Woman, huge hit with that. Yeah. And Dancing in the Streets, they had big freaking hits with those songs.
Which later on, Bowie and Jagger did together and made me want to freaking vomit all over myself.
Well, that was, But in any case, go ahead, Keith. Chime in with something, everybody. What's on your mind?
I'm going to start off this show by saying that we're going to do... This is my hard rock and metal portion of what's better than the actual, what remake is better than the actual original. So we're going to go right out of the gate with a metal classic, Am I Evil by Metallica. Diamond Head did the original version. Am I Evil by Metallica is a killing tune that definitely...
I honestly, I have to agree. I like Metallica's version of it.
It's awesome. Metallica's actually,
they're good. We were talking about
cover band.
They do, they do really good remakes of classic songs. But that's not unusual. The Beatles.
Yeah, they played everything.
Did Twist and Shout, which people will remember way more than the Isley Brothers version. And so there's something about kind of bringing a whole other perspective to it that can really, But anyways, go ahead, Keith. You got any?
I got another one too in the metal genre. We'll say I'm just not trying to break this up too much, but I really like Anthrax's version of "Got the Time" by Joe Jackson. It has a lot more energy. I like Joe Jackson. Anybody out there knows who the bass player for Joe Jackson's band was? Please let me know because he's killing whoever it is. He always had this really distinct bass part in his song, but the Anthrax version of "Got the Time" is really good. To me, better than the Joe Jackson version. It's got a lot of energy to it.
Okay, cool. I wanted to mention my friend Bill Hathaway. Bill's a cool dude. Bill and I went to high school together. And he pointed out something that I had forgotten, that You Really Got Me is not the only Kinks song that Van Halen did.
This is true.
And I had forgotten this. So why don't you guys think about that for a little. We're going to come after the next song. We'll come back, and if you guys know, if anybody wants to chime in with it, if not, we'll give you the answer. But John Hayes chimed in and said, he talked about Metallica doing "Turn the Page," which I think is a great version, and I prefer their version of "Whiskey in the Jar" over the Thin Lizzy version. But there's something about the original Bob Seger live cut of "Turn the Page" that is just will forever. It's just one of the first rock songs that I ever really kind of like fell in love with as a song, and I'm just sort of kind of stuck on that. I can't nothing against Metallica, but it's just my personal feelings about it.
Didn't you tell me a couple weeks ago when we were talking about like getting this together that there is a studio version of "Turn the Page"?
There is a studio version of "Turn the Page,"
and it can't be as cool. I'm sorry.
No, and
I'm pretty torn on that one myself. I think Metallica does a good job on it, but like there is something about Seger's live version that really.
Well, let me just say this. We could do a podcast on live versions that are better than the originals.
Oh, of course.
That better than the studio version. So that might be a future podcast coming up. Erica Mock chimed in and said, "Sound of Silence" by Disturbed. I
knew that freaking one would come up, man. Seriously,
you don't like it?
It's not as good. I mean,
really,
I don't get it. There was like a lot of buzz around that song. I guess maybe I just don't like Disturbed as much as Erica Mock. But
what about I wasn't aware of this until Erica mentioned this. Tesla's version of War Pigs, which is actually pretty cool.
It is good. Faith No More's is better though.
And here is an obscure cover of War Pigs. Another War Pigs cover is the band Cake. Remember they did a great cover of the Gloria Gaynor,
which was on my list. It's probably one of the top 2 or 3 I had. Cake's version of "I Will Survive" by Gloria Gaynor.
Right.
It kicks ass. I mean, the guy's kind of totally monotone voice. He's basically talking his way through the whole song, but the band is so good, and they keep it interesting. The video's cool. Remember those things,
yeah.
Videos, people?
Remember videos?
But as songs go, that's one of those ones that really stick in my brain as a better version of it. And plus, it's a disco song, so anything can be better than a disco song. Sorry.
John Hayes says he's not a big fan of Van Halen at all. Not heavy enough for me. But he said he grew up listening to my folks singing along with the Kinks version.
That's cool.
And Mark Edwin Cole brought this up, and I was and Keith, I don't even know if you remember this, but Rush did an entire album of covers. It's called Feedback, and if you've never heard it, I highly recommend that you check it out because all the songs are cool. Are they better than the original? I'm not exactly sure.
They kind of sound, from what I just getting a little sample, they kind of sound right spot on.
Yeah,
it wasn't like they were trying to do anything like different when they were just playing them. But it was cool once you let me hear it, just to hear Rush play in a more straightforward sort of setting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
so
those are songs
awesome.
and bands that Rush enjoyed listening to growing up because Rush is so technical and so progressive. People think that like maybe they just like listen to classical or jazz or something. They like rock and roll like the rest of us, So, but he brought up there's a great there's a band called Allegon. How do you say that? Elysion. Doing a cover of Subdivisions, which I've heard, and Mark, I'm not real crazy about that. And there is a great, speaking of bands I never heard of and couldn't tell you the name of, and maybe I can pull it up for you on the next break. There's a great remake of Low Spark of High Heel Boys by a heavy band.
Are you serious?
And I'll dig that up and I'll see if we can find it for you after the next break. But the name of it, well, this is what happens when you start researching this podcast. You start to find out that stuff.
Into a very it gets out of control.
And a couple. There's some songs that I did not know were remakes. Like I did not know "The Girls Just Want to Have Fun" was originally recorded by Robert Hazard. Did you remember the artist Robert Hazard from the '80s? He had one hit, "Escalator of Life."
No.
But it was original Robert Hazard song. And the same way with "I Love Rock and Roll." Was originally recorded by the Arrows, and I had no clue. I always thought that was a Joan Jett song. So, Bob's your uncle on that. So, you want to chime in with anything else before we play the next track, there, Mr. Keith?
This is one I mentioned before the show even started, and we're gonna have to probably tangle on this one a little bit, but it's all good because this makes the show fun. The Foo Fighters version of Jerry Rafferty's "Baker Street" is kick-ass, man. Seriously, I know you like the original version better with the sax. But I think the way they did it, and they also did a version of "Darling Nikki" by Prince.
I have not heard.
It's pretty freaking awesome.
Although the Foo Fighters have a lot of remake versions. They've got tons of...
Yeah, but I'm just talking the ones that stick out to me. They did a version of Baker Street that I think is better,
it's cool.
and it's better to me, man. Yeah, I bet.
There's no accounting for certain people's tastes. Anyways, just kidding.
It's all good, man. 'Cause, like I said, that's what makes the show beautiful.
Before I forget, because I did not write it down, if you guys have never heard Ann Wilson's version of the Immigrant Song, I highly recommend that you can just go to YouTube and Immigrant Song, Ann Wilson.
First of all, Ann Wilson's going to sing any Zeppelin song, or probably pretty much anything great. So
but it's very cool. It's totally different than the Led Zeppelin version, and you can actually understand the lyrics. It's amazing. But let's jump in with another band here. Keith and I are going to get our heads back together and some stuff. This is a band called the Muggs. The Muggs. They call it the Muggs. Let me go ahead and give you a little background on the Muggs.
You're going to dig the Muggs in that.
You guys are going to dig the Muggs. Formed in February 2000 by Danny Methrick and bass player Tony DiNardo, playing in two bands at the same time, the Detroit Underground Blues Band and Fat Belly Brown. Danny was hanging out at the Music Menu in downtown Detroit when he ran into Matt, a local drummer, and had actually been in Fat Belly Brown about 2 weeks before leaving. He decided his band workload at the time was too heavy. They got to talking, and Danny found out that Matt had just quit the main project. The Immortal Winos. So these names are amazing.
It's awesome.
Danny mentioned that he was looking to do something different from Fat Belly Brown, something more bluesy, and Matt said he'd be interested. So that was the impetus for the Muggs. I'm going to play you guys the Muggs. I'm telling you what, Keith, I think you're going to like this band.
I'm sure.
This is called Roger Over and Out A. There's also Roger Over and Out B. But this is off their album called Straight Up Boogaloo. The Muggs on the Loudini Hard Rock and Metal Circus. the Muggs. It's the Muggs.
It's the Muggs.
The Muggs.
The Muggs are rocking.
The Muggs, they rock. It's themuggs.com, and that's with 2 G's. The Muggs. Wow. Like unexpected thing with the vocals, you know.
Yeah, it's definitely cool.
Just
I liked
awesome.
it. As soon as that vocal thing kicked in, I was like,
Whoa.
that's interesting.
Yeah,
Definitely
very,
different.
very cool.
Grooving, heavy, but that's what we like.
Let's
That's what we like, man.
I'm going to jump in with a couple of internet polls. The Huffington Post. Is the Huffington Post fake news? I don't know. But here are.
I've seen this one, and this is that version right there. If you're going to go down the list, that probably is better than the original.
There's. I don't want to do all this because there's 71.
Well, we don't have time for all that.
But the first one on the top of their list is the Whitney Houston's version of "I Will Always Love You," originally by Dolly Parton. Okay, this is controversial. Do you like the Higher Ground by Stevie Wonder or Red Hot Chili Peppers?
To me, man, I really like both artists, so it's kind of a toss-up to me. The thing we were talking about before about the man who sold the world, I love Bowie, but Nirvana, and I'm not even a huge Nirvana fan, but Nirvana did a good, that live in New York thing.
We
was
both
a good version of it.
We both agree that Aretha Franklin.
Yeah, that version blows. I mean,
does a better.
No offense to Otis Redding, he was a great vocalist, but Aretha's version of "Respect" is kicking.
Well, she was able to, and this is what a lot of cover artists that remade songs did, was they took the element of the song that was had the best hook, and they kind of played that up, and I think that's what she did. She made it way more kind of 4 on the floor, in your face, and kept it very succinct, but still brought out the great soul because it's Aretha Franklin, and it became iconic.
Still the best female vocalist of all time.
Johnny Cash's version of "Hurt." What do you think of that?
See, this is the stuff I'm really torn on because I really do like Johnny Cash's stuff. I mean, the early stuff with June Carter, Cash later. But, there's something about him, and I understand, people are really into this kind of, it's towards the end of his life, and it's a dark kind of thing, and the song is completely fitting for what he was going through at that time, but at the same time, I mean, the original versions, and he did "Hurt," "Rusty Cage," and etc., but I'm kind of torn between both of them because I really like the original versions better, but I understand what Johnny's doing there. I mean, he's definitely putting his own spin on things because, I mean, he's not a great vocalist, so he's kind of doing his thing with it, which I respect. And
it's more like a song interpreter.
Yeah, I respect Johnny Cash for all his body of work, but at the same time, I can't really give it to that because it's kind of just him, doing his thing with
everything Keith said. I can't read.
I love Johnny Cash. I think he's amazing. I mean, a really great songwriter. You don't have to have the best voice, Yeah. I write songs all the time.
It's what you do
when I'm taking a crap in the bathroom, I'll write the song. I can't sing either, but oh, sorry. We'll pull it back a little bit.
Ryan Adams has. If you guys do a YouTube search on Ryan Adams, first of all, is one of my favorite singer-songwriters.
He's an amazing songwriter.
But he does really cool reimaginings of songs. He does a great version of "Mother" by Danzig. He does a killer version of "Wasted Years" by Iron Maiden. Wow. But his version of "Wonderwall" is very cool. I grew up on the Oasis version, and I'm not one of these Oasis haters. I know a lot of people think that they hate them. I love Oasis.
I don't think they are actually really, really good.
I think it's a great band. So, as much as I love Ryan's version, I got to go with the original. I agree, however, with me and Bobby McGee. Chris Christopherson, Bob Dylan, and Tom Waits are singer-songwriters who are absolutely amazing, but most of the times when somebody reinvents their songs, they usually do them better. They find the element of the song that really grabs your ear, and they accent that. And Janis Joplin's version of Me and Bobby McGee
is pretty good.
It's actually a Roger Miller song, but Chris Christopherson
was a great songwriter
as well. Right. Yeah,
it's the same thing with Elvis doing Hound Dog.
Yeah, that's actually on the list as well.
It's the Big Mama Thornton version, and it's Elvis just put a little bit more energy to it.
Yeah. Have you ever heard John Mayer's version of Free Fallin'? It's very cool.
I'm sure.
I'm never gonna say it's better than Tom. Tom Petty's Tom Petty. He's a poet. He's amazing.
This is better than the original.
I disagree.
Really?
Fuji's Killing Me Softly.
That album, the score though, is effing amazing.
I'm a huge.
It, man. Lauryn Hill is such a
I
good
think she's
singer,
great.
man.
Don't
she's
get
a
me
really
wrong.
Good singer, man.
I totally think she's great. But I was raised. I have a huge affinity for '70s pop music.
One time.
One of those things. Just one of them things.
2 times. I can't do the Wyclef Jean part. I mean, it's just a good version of it too.
What about Christina Aguilera, Little Kim, Maya, and Pink doing Lady Marmalade?
And what about it?
You don't like it?
No, it sucks.
I think the original version by LaBelle is better.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So we're just kind of skipping through some of these. Ramones. Well, the Ramones are great. Like, you know, and California Sun. Like,
No, they're not.
I mean, like, well, but you got to give the props to the original. Like, it was a different era. They didn't have heavy guitars. You know, it's got that cool Mellotron on the original. I don't know. Like, I have a hard time. Real Big Fish's remake of Take on Me. I'm better with. I like the original. Okay, here's another artist we should put on that.
Another great vocalist that just didn't really.
Well, let me say this. There's another artist who everybody sings his songs better, and that's Leonard Cohen. Leonard Cohen's a great singer-songwriter, great songwriter. But Jeff Buckley's version of Hallelujah, in fact, a lot of people think that's a Jeff Buckley song. You know, and his version is just iconic. It's brilliant. Lauryn Hill, again, We Can't Take My Eyes Off of You by Frankie Valli. I might give her that.
She does a good version of it, pretty much. Whatever she does, I mean, it's going to be good, I'm sure.
Here's the Byrds doing Mr. Tambourine Man, a Bob Dylan song.
That's a good version.
It's definitely, no, way back. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man. No, you don't want to hear that.
No, you got to go back down. Right there.
Bjork? Really?
It's Bjork's. It's Oh So Quiet. She kills that. Bjork's like an alternative rock singer from friggin' Iceland, and she's singing jazz swing all of a sudden and killing it. The Betty Hutton version is just the same, and she just takes it to another level.
Another level, huh?
Yeah.
And this is when we mentioned this earlier. I did not realize that I Love Rock and Roll was originally by the Arrows. I gotta get.
I'm sure Joan Jett's version is better.
The Arrows is cool. They're very close. Here's the difference for me. Is the guitar solo. The guitar solo on the and I can't the lid
figures.
Yeah, the guitar.
I mean, come on, seriously.
The guitar solo on the Joan Jett I Love Rock and Roll is like the solo to Back in Black or You Shook Me All Night Long. It's singable. It's like it's part of the song, and I think that like. And of course the production and everything is way more tight.
You know what I really like better than both of them is the Britney Spears version on the movie Crossroads. Did you ever hear that?
The movie? You mean Crossroads? About the blues guy?
No, there's a movie with Britney Spears called Crossroads.
Okay, we need to stop speaking now. I think it's time for you to stop talking. Britney Spears, really. I did not know the Girls Just Want to Have Fun was a cover.
Oh, I can't talk about Britney Spears. You can talk about friggin' Cyndi Lauper. Okay, go figure.
I didn't even say. You said Cyndi Lauper. I didn't say Cyndi Lauper.
But you know who it's by.
I disagree. First of all, the White Stripes version of Jolene, I'm a huge Jack White fan, but he's out of tune. He can't quite hit the notes.
And Meg White plays drums like old people. Never mind.
And if you want to hear a great version of Jolene, check out Cindy Smith's version. That takes it to an entire level. I disagree with and I'm a huge Jack White fan. Rod Stewart's version of Downtown Train by Tom Waits, I don't think we can argue with that. What do you think about The Man Who Sold the World versus the David Bowie versus the Nirvana?
I think it's a toss-up.
Yeah. Okay.
I love Bowie. I think Bowie, there's this bug flying around. I'm not
sure.
This thing has got to go down.
Got some hot bugs.
But anyway.
Itchy bugs.
I think that
Did you bring bugs into my house?
No, I didn't actually. They were just kind of hanging around. I like both versions for some reason, and I think it's a toss-up, so I'm kind of torn between that one.
I have to say 9 Ways to Sunday, the Eric Clapton version of Cocaine is way better than the J.J. Cale's. Also, and let me say this, I'll take it to another level, the live version of Cocaine, this is another one of those versions where I think the live version is way better. Albert Lee on lead guitar, crushing. If you haven't heard it in a long time, go back and listen to it. We already talked about Hound Dog by... what about Mumford & Sons doing The Boxer?
Never heard it.
I would definitely agree with Blinded by the Lights, or Blinded by the Man for Man's version.
That was on my list, and it's better than...
Yeah, I do. I just like it. Bruce is the boss. What can you say? But I like this version better. Cake, I Will Survive by Gloria Gaynor.
There it is. Now, we're finally getting some...
Foo Fighters, Baker Street. We mentioned that already.
Thank you.
The Postal Service does a remake of Against All Odds. I guess if you're kind of emo, you might like that better. Ellie Goulding's version of Your Song. Again, if you're kind of emo and you like chicks that sing with an obvious British accent. Soft Cell's Tainted Love, I think, is better than the Gloria Jones version. I don't know the Prince's version of Nothing Compares to You, too.
It's awesome because Prince is awesome. So that's, you know.
We already mentioned all along the Watchtower. The Carpenters, Close to You. Let's just go. We're kind of going quickly. Donna Summer's version of MacArthur Park. I'd probably say better. I don't like this song. You guys,
I didn't even know that was a remake.
Yeah, let me tell you this. There's a couple of like these sort of like, I think they're like kind of like overly melodramatic. So they sort of look like feminist kind of songs on the surface, but when you dig a little deep, they kind of like make women look bad. And one of them is Torn, and the other song is Voices Carry. Those are songs that bother me. Like,
I love that song.
If you really listen to it, dude, she's kind of being a whiny C word in the song.
Oh no!
If you don't like,
don't go
if
there,
you're not
man.
happy with the guy, if you're really a powerful, empowered woman, dump his happy ass and get a guy who's going to treat you the way you want to be treated. Like I always had a problem with those two songs. Anyways, Ray Charles, Georgia on My Mind, of course, that's iconic.
Lou Lombardi, Sensitive Guy Today.
Whiskey in the Jar, we mentioned that's great.
It's better than the original.
Talking Heads, Take Me to the River versus Al Green.
That kicks ass.
Okay, it is good. But wait, whoa. He's the Reverend Al. Like
He is the Reverend.
I'm a little uncomfortable.
He's awesome, man. He's awesome.
Like saying anything's better than the Reverend. I don't know, man. I don't know.
We're still gonna have him, Brad.
We mentioned Twist and Shout. Led Zeppelin's Dazed and Confused. We hit that. Okay, here's another one. It's the Beatles, dude. Like, Got to Get You Into My Life.
I heard that.
Earth, Wind, and Fire, don't get me wrong. It is a great version.
They kick ass, man.
It's a great version. But the Beatles, how can you say you did something better than the Beatles? I don't want to touch that.
Somebody once said that the Beatles are more popular than Jesus Christ. I don't know who it was. I think it was John Lennon. But
it's probably Stu Metzler probably said that.
It probably was, too.
I do like the Clash's version of I Fought the Law. But Buddy Holly and the Crickets, come on. They didn't have, it's unfair. They didn't have the production. I don't know.
You can't hide behind that kind of
The Tide is High.
I don't know that was a cover.
I don't like either version at all.
I like Blondie. I think they're underrated.
I thought like Blondie, but I never liked the song. It just was like.
I like One Way or Another. That's just a
I'm not saying I like Blondie. I just never liked The Tide is High. Salt and Pepper. What a man, what a mighty good man.
I didn't know that was a cover either.
We know that Come On Feel the Noise was...
That's probably the band that cashed in the most on our freaking cover song.
And you know, it's considered the song that invented hair metal, which was a topic of...
So if you're going to take a 70s, what are they, English glam band and do a song of theirs, they are basically...
But I think Slave is a very cool band, and there's something cool about their version...
No, they're still cool, but I think that obviously...
Okay, I gotta ask you guys, what do you think of Guns N' Roses' version of Live and Let Die versus the Wings? I think that's a really hard toss-up.
There's good. Now...
Well, which is better? That's the podcast, Keith. Come on.
I know. I'm trying
to
get
your crap together.
Yeah,
You're trying to
I'm trying
skirt.
I'm trying to do the whole opposite thing and just be a deterrent from everything. I like the Paul McCartney version better. And Wings, just due to the fact that there's something about Axl that makes me want to stab him in the throat. I'm not to be critical.
Okay, I really have a hard time because I love the original. I grew up on the original. It's a James Bond song. Like everything about it is just like drips awesomeness. And then Guns N' Roses do it, and I have to admit I love the fact that they made it a little heavier, a little more. They found the more rock and roll sort of side of the song and emphasized that. It's a toss-up for me. I have a hard time with that.
It's a tough one, man. It's a tough one.
And so that's it for that. That's all we're going to talk about on the on that particular poll. You guys can go to Huffington Post and check that out. There's a couple other ones here. The Animals' House of the Rising Sun is the iconic version. I know that's an old folk tune.
Yeah, that's just a better version too.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So we're just scrolling through. This is nme.com, and I'm just kind of going through real quick if there's any we haven't touched yet. Björk, Led Zeppelin, Babe, I'm Gonna Leave You.
Well, first of all, Led Zeppelin did a lot of covering in their early days.
Yeah.
We'll just leave it at that.
Let me tell you some that I think are absolutely horrible that are on some people's lists, like Nico's version of These Days. I'm sorry, man. That is a gorgeous song, and Jackson Browne. No, Nico is just is horrible on it. The idea that and
wasn't she in the Velvet
this is
Underground?
on. Okay, wait a minute. This is on Maxim Magazine's website, so you got to
take that for what it is,
yeah.
man. Just keep showing us those pictures.
Arrested Development's Everyday People. I don't think that's better.
That's not good either.
Here's you like Faith No More.
I do.
What do you think of Faith No More's version of Easy Like Sunday Morning?
It's actually really good.
I think it's good, but I'm sorry, man. The Carpenters, the Commodores are a great funk band.
They're both good versions of the song.
I'm just going to always gravitate to the original. Like I said, I'm a 70s pop kind of guy. I love that kind of stuff. Let's just kind of go. We're just kind of scrolling through. Do you guys, you know that Richard Thompson? You know who Richard Thompson is.
Mm-hmm.
Very famous folk guitarist, singer, songwriter, instrumentalist. But he does an interesting version of "Oops, I Did It Again" by Britney Spears. I don't know if it's better than the original because I don't like the song, period. But you guys might want to check it out.
Suck it up, man. You got to just.
Here's one
that's actually pretty.
Here's one that I think is definitely better than the original, and I love Paul Simon. Is a genius. Okay?
He is a genius.
But the Bangles remake of Hazy Shade of Winter from the movie Less Than Zero.
Less Than Zero, where Robert Downey Jr. is just doing all kind of weird things.
Well, he's a drug addict. He sort of plays himself at that time.
Yeah, he's actually playing
now
himself.
He's Iron Man, and he's all clean and healthy. And
cocaine's a hell of a drug, and he did his thing with that.
But the Bangles' Hazy Shade of Winter,
that is
heavy
guitar,
really freaking cool. But all right, we're gonna leave it there for now. I'm gonna jump in. We're gonna play another band. This is the band with the so far of our list of bands that we played today. This is the band I think with the coolest name. Take that for what it's worth. But this is a band called Motorgun.
Yes.
From their album titled Motorgun, and this is a song called Hellhounds. And guys, I really want you to we're going to crank this up. You guys got to crank this up. Hellhounds, Motorgun on the Loudini Hard Rock and Metal Circus. Heavy doom, man. Heavy doom.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Drummer's playing air guitar, and the guitar player's playing air drums. That's how we go.
Begin to
like how the guitars be doubling melody. Cool.
It's more cowbell.
Sounds like a really big cowbell. He's hammered out with a 2-beat stick. Killing it. Nothing sounds heavy like cowbell.
Long fade out.
Man,
Holy shnikes, huh?
that's a great song though. But you know what, Lou? I gotta say one thing. I got a fever. You know what prescription is? More cowbell.
More cowbell. It's all about the cowbell.
Cranking on that song.
I mean, that was just wow. Let's go ahead and give the little info. First of all, it's motorgun.com. They are from Brazil. Really?
Believe it or not, we thought they were from the south side of America. Now they're from Brazil.
Outstanding debut solo disc by this mega awesome heavy guitar power trio from Brazil, featuring 10 tracks of brain-damaging, killer, powerful, dynamic, blues-based, hard, heavy rock riffage that lands monumental. The album's called self-titled, and just serious ass, landing supreme and authentic with classic, timeless, heavy rock excellence. And you can go to motorgun.com. Let's go ahead and run it all back down. Motorgunband.com. We had Martin J Andersen open the podcast with his great, just heavy, freaking cool record. Check it out. This is a little interesting thing about Martin is Martin and I did not know this until today. Forgot this. Martin and I are actually friends on Facebook.
Really?
Yeah, I did not, so it was kind of serendipity that we played him today. I discovered his music and really enjoyed it. That's you can go to Grooveyard Records / Martin J Andersen.
That's pretty cool.
And then we did the Muggs.
The
Muggs with 2 G's, and it's the Muggs.com. Martin J Andersen at Grooveyard Records. And Motorgun, that's Motorgun Band, Motorgunband.com. So check those bands out. I never got back to this, but the other Kinks song that Van Halen covered was, gotta tell him, Keith.
Where have all the good times gone?
Where have all the good times gone?
So
Great jam.
To sing them.
Great jam.
That's one that one of our loyal people gave us.
Absolutely.
The whole time.
And I mean, there's so many. We could go on and on and on and on and on. If you go to diffuser.fm, cover songs better than the originals, there's a whole other list. We did the Huffington Post list. We did the NME list. We did the Maxim list. And we did some of our own favorites. And I would love for you guys to just get back to us and let us know.
What's your favorite?
What cover tracks, remakes, do you think are better than the originals? So we're totally into it. We want to know. We want to know what you guys think about it.
We do this for you.
We do this for you. It's all for you.
We don't want to just hang around on a Saturday.
It's all for you.
We don't want to just hang around on a Saturday for an hour.
It's all for you,
This
Damien.
is all for you.
I did it all for you.
Why would we want to hang around on a Saturday and just drink the whole time?
I mean, what kind of moron wants to just drink on a Saturday? That's just...
You must be out of your mind.
You've got to have serious psychological problems if you just want to drink on a Saturday. But anyways, you listen to Loudini Hard Rock and Metal Circus. That is LoudiniRockandRollCircus.com is the website. Special thanks to our partners at Positively Pittsburgh Live Magazine, pplmag.com. Please go there and patronize everything they have going on. They've been sponsors and helping us get the word out about great heavy rock and great independent music. Oh, by the way,
yes.
If you go to LoudiniRockandRollCircus.com, there's tons of interviews with bands from a lot of different genres. So if you're like me and you have kind of eclectic tastes, you're not just into heavy rock, there's a lot of cool artists there that we interview from. I mean, we got jazz people and folk people and country and Christian artists too. I work with, I've got to meet some cool Christian artists over the years as well, too. So it's very cool. Check that out, LoudiniRockandRollCircus.com. Keith, anything you'd like to plug?
I'll be playing at the Deutschtown Music Festival with the Honey Riders on July 15th at the Penn Brewery Terrace. I believe we're on at 8 o'clock, so if you want to just hang and listen to some good original local Pittsburgh music, we're not going to be doing any covers that day. So... come on down.
The Honey Riders are a great band.
The 15th. Mark's a very good songwriter, and it's my pleasure to play with those guys.
If you go to LoudiniRockandRollCircus.com, you can go scroll back a little bit, a couple months, and I did interview Mark and feature some of their music. So Mark from the Honey Riders is a great band. So
CD's out now too. So Mark Fern's a very good songwriter, and like I said, it's my pleasure to play along with those guys and just got to do some justice to the music, and it's July 15th. at the Penn Brewery.
If you're going to be in the Philadelphia area, if you're going to be in Philadelphia on Thursday night, you can check out Supervana. And we're going to be in Harrisburg the following night. It's a Nirvana tribute act that I play with, so you definitely want to check that out. Guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us today. Loudini rockandrollcircus.com is the website. Loudini Hard Rock and Metal Circus is what you've been listening to. Again, if you've got some great remakes that you love, chime in. You know, we will post them up there for you and let everybody know about what's going on. We are going to get out of here with one of my favorite remakes of all time, and this is Ann Wilson doing the Immigrant Song. Guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us today, and we will catch you on the next Loudini Hard Rock and Metal Circus.